Hey guys, Dingle Nerd here. Today I'm nerding out about my airsoft, the Proforce. This is my M18, and this is my most recent one, the P365. And my previous video about this one, I guess I was kind of remiss. I didn't really go into much detail about it. Originally, the video was like over 20 minutes, so I just started, cutting big chunks of it out just to keep it. I wanted to try to keep it under, like 13 minutes or so, but I had a lot of questions from Glock Ninja, so I thought I would just kind of do a follow-up on that. Let's see, first of all, this is metal. It's not like steel. It's more like probably aluminum. Like here's my Olight with so the magnet doesn't stick, but it is kind of like an aluminum, I guess. Let's see what else. It feels like the real deal. I don't have the 365, but I have the 365X, and it's a little bit lighter than the real gun, but once you have the magazine and everything loaded, it's pretty close, and it feels exactly, the grip, the lower here feels just like the real gun. What else? Let's see. The magazines. This is an improvement because I actually was practicing, and this is the previous one that broke, and I Gorilla Glued it, so it has this kind of a nub or whatever. And then yeah, I was trying to reload it, and then my kind of thumb, I don't have any thumbnails, and they're pretty brittle, and it slipped off, and then that thing just shot straight up, and it knocked the part that I glued down, it just went flying. I'll never find it until I move out of here. But yeah, that's one improvement. So you can see how this one is kind of, I don't know, shrouded. It's protected. There's nothing dangling off of it like this. Protrusion. It works. I dropped it in the backyard on the grass and stuff and didn't have any trouble. But this one actually broke, I don't know, maybe month ago or so, and I was practicing in my apartment, and I usually drop it on a yoga mat, but it hit the mat and it bounced off and it landed on the hardwood, and that's when the little nub broke off. So this is definitely improvement. Nothing to break off. This is green gas, so it's much easier. You just put the can on top, fill that up. So this, I don't really like loading these CO2 cartridges. It's a pain in the ass, as I mentioned in my previous video. But maybe they'll come out with a green gas magazine. That would be cool. So the way this one reloads, you just have to pull down on this thing if you have nails, which I really don't. So I made this little contraption with a thumbtack, Gorilla Glue, and Kydex, and then that just clips onto that, and then this is how you would reload. I have a reloader, but that also broke too. And then these things you can load it pretty quickly with that. Yeah, I can't get it out. Okay, well, that came up. So that's the way this is reloaded, which is pretty quick and easy. This is kind of a convoluted process. So you got this spring, and this is really kind of hard to access. You have to have some nails, and I really don't have nails. But so you got to just pull that down, and there's a notch at the bottom. You push it over into that notch, and that holds it down. And then up here, there's like a little retaining piece, and you have to pull down on this spring, and then you just load one at a time through the top, just like that. So kudos to the engineers for coming up with a, you know, a shrouded, you know, mag that's not going to break, but the loading the BB part is. So after you get your 12 rounds in there, then you have to carefully release this. Oh, you're not supposed to let it snap back, but yeah. So that's kind of inconvenient. You know, you get your 12 rounds and then you have to come back and do it again. But otherwise, I like it. It's not gonna break as easily. And so I've been practicing. This is a good way to practice, like when I'm watching TV, just reloading. But with this short grip, sometimes my palm interferes with the release. So I had to kind of try to keep my palm off of that. That comes down. And so that's kind of what I've been working on. I'll lock it to the rear, and then I'll, like with my left hand support hand, I kind of pull on the trigger guard, and then my thumb releases it, and then I grab the reload, and then while I'm doing that, I move my thumb to the slide release and just kind of settle it there, and then when I push into it, then it'll force my thumb to release it. So I've been working on that, just maybe a little bit faster, more efficient. Because usually I would just drop it and then reload it, and then I've been doing that, just locking it from the rear. But I think this is probably a more efficient way. So get it up. So yeah, that's a good way to just practice. And with this one, at least with the CO2 cartridges, you know there's not going to be any NDs and shoot out your TV. So, and then I can keep the safety on because it doesn't interfere when I do that. My problem with the M18 was the slide release is right next to the safety, so when I did that, I accidentally, I slammed the mag in there, and I also knocked off the safety. So yeah, pros and cons to both, but yeah, this is pretty good. I like this. You can release it. But yeah, that's, let's see, what else? I think I paid about $120 for this, and then the extra mag was like $30. With tax, it was probably like $170. So, yeah, that's all I got. If you have any comments or questions, and leave them below, and thanks for watching. Just one more thing. This is the M17 Proforce. So this has been a good gun too. It's kind of a backup for the M18. It's got this is the CO2 mag. So I can put this one in my M18. It's got the extended mag. But if I wanted to use CO2, but it's pretty much the same. And so yeah, this is the M17 Proforce, and then this is the M17. This one is really hefty, really heavy. This is the M17. I don't know, just a pellet gun. It's not the Proforce version, so it doesn't. You can't take it down, and it only blows back this far. And it's got these monstrosities. So it's the CO2 version, and then yeah, you put the cartridge in there, and then this thing just, it's like a cam lock. And yeah, there's no way it fits into any holster. I made a holster for this, but yeah, kind of a video I made a long time ago. And then this is the way you reload these. There must be a way to release this. Oh, this button. See, I shot it when I first got it, and then it just kind of so inconvenient. I stopped using it because I got the M18. So yeah, this is where you put individual BBs or pellets, and this thing spins around like that. So that's pretty tedious too. Put it in there. So I got like 3 of these mags. One came with the gun. I think I ordered one, and then I don't know how I ended up with 3, but yeah, I got 3 of these. But I figure that this would be pretty good for maybe if you had varmints in your yard. You can put some pellets in there and then shoot them down. So yeah, it's really heavy. So this is the CO2 pellet M17. This is the Proforce M17. And my M18, this is my favorite one. And then now my new trainer is the P365. Find room in here for that. So yeah, that's all I got for you. Thanks for watching. Leave any comments and questions below. See you next time.